Very excited to show you the latest feature on the fantasyomatic.com site. It involves interactive matchup and strength of schedule pages. You'll see here that we've got a week 4 opponents matchup every week of the fantasy season going all the way to week 16. We will post one of these, and if you're interested in knowing when that information gets updated, just follow us on Twitter, as we'll be sending out tweets indicating that the latest week information is now available. And you'll see when you click on one of those pages, there's 2 different ways to approach this info. First of all, you've got the opponent matchups. This is weekly. This is just isolated information just for the week. And if you scroll down each week, you'll see that you basically got this matrix here. And originally it's going to be sorted alphabetically by team, but the real power of this comes if you select one of the columns. In this case, I'm going to select quarterback. And I'm going to go down to the bottom of the page, select sort. You'll see what it does is it gives you a rank, and what it first does is isolates any bye week teams. So you see these are the teams that are on bye, and then after that, it ranks in order of the easiest matchup. So what's important to know is that the lowest number is the easiest matchup. And so these are the players that you'd want to start. These are the players that you'd want to sit. Of course, you look at the individuals that you have on each different team. In the case of quarterbacks, you probably just have one starter. But when you get into running backs, especially wide receivers, you could have a couple different starters, so you get to make those personnel decisions on your own based on the strength of the schedule or the ease of the opponent. You can select any one of these different columns, and again, always sort ascending because you want the highest number on top to rank appropriately. So at this point here, it's telling us that we would start our running backs for Green Bay against Detroit, because Detroit is giving up the most fantasy points to running backs, and conversely, the New York Jets give up the least amount of fantasy points to running backs, so that you would not start anybody from Buffalo. So again, this information will be updated on a weekly basis, so follow us on Twitter for when those updates occur, and feel free to check back on the site and you can make those lineup decisions. We get a lot of questions about, should I start this player over this player? And a lot of times we just go right to this information. So if you said, my running back from the Jets, should I start him over my running back from Denver? In this case, we would say yes for this particular week 4. So hopefully you find this information useful. Feel free to check back all the time and follow us on Twitter for updates.